Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a hump day edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. If you need a roof, you call the winner of the best roofing company, the best of Baton Rouge, Parish Construction and Roofing. Unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15 for 15% off your order. Father's Day, Sunday. Don't screw it up. Take care of Dad. Get him some Bocock Brothers cigars. All right, y'all. Good morning. Couple things on the docket there. Cam Jordan returning to the Saints. Love it. Feels like an against all odds type proposition. Cam went and, tested the market. The market spoke. And so, thankfully, he decided that he would return. Sans a better option. So, I think it's great for New Orleans, great for the Saints. New Orleans, meaning the city. It's great for the Saints. A guy who will play his entire career, obviously, in New Orleans. Now, because they went this offseason and added Tyree Wilson and Anthony Jennings, in addition to having Chase Young and Carl Granderson, and now you're adding Cam Jordan back to the fold, you got too many. So somebody in that group ain't going to make the team. And it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out throughout training camp. But glad Cam is back. I think took a lot of humility for him to accept where he is in his career, and for a guy that's going to go to the Hall of Fame, what the market is today, not for what he was, but for what he will be in 2027. So Cam Jordan back with the Saints. And then LSU late on a Tuesday did add another portal piece. So Diego Velasquez just finished his freshman season at Southern Cal, had tipped Glenn Gilbo, Tiger Rag Dad at first. We did confirm it over at LouisianaSports.net. Velasquez, 6'1", 200. He's a righty. He was a two-way player, so he did bat. He was only 3 for 18 as a hitter, so didn't get a lot of offensive opportunities, but did hit. But primarily he's going to be a pitcher at LSU, as we talked about. This is a, excuse me. This is a guy who just finished his freshman year at Southern Cal, so he's got 2 years of eligibility remaining. And Jay Johnson wanted to add a few more pitchers in this cycle, so portal and bullpen guys. So Velasquez is one, and Thomas Allen's another we've told you about from Louisiana Tech. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Arkansas, LSU are the 4. So keep an eye on that. I should mention also that LSU football landed Trey Segarra yesterday, 4-star running back. The cycle moves fast, man. So I sort of forget sometimes even what's happened as we come through. So let me know what you got. All right, please smash like, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. If you're on podcast, please subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Let's get it going. Tiger Poppy, good morning. Bubba Smith, good morning. Captain Boudreaux, good morning. Have you watched any of the World Cup? Also, I've switched my pick to the Mountaineers to win it all, and boys can hit. When we were in Vegas, our travel day on Friday sort of coincided with the U.S. playing. So watched some of the U.S. match. At the airport on Sunday flying home was the Germany match. And so just happened to see some of that. Aside from that, no, not really. I'll watch the U.S. matches or at least be interested, but not really piquing my interest otherwise. And then the College World Series, probably saw that Texas, Texas was eliminated. So Georgia avoids elimination with a 2-0 win over Texas. Interesting. And then West Virginia, of course, beat Troy. So now Georgia's got to come back and beat Oklahoma twice, and West Virginia's got to come back and beat North Carolina twice. So could very well, I think there's a pretty good chance that Georgia will beat Oklahoma twice, but Oklahoma's got its pitching set up, and Skip Johnson is a pitching guru, man. So if anybody you think could maybe limit that Georgia offense for a day, maybe it could be Oklahoma. Hey, Brian, good morning from Big D. Was hoping Georgia would lose, but they didn't. They did not hit any home runs. That's the good thing. So they could still play as many as 5 more games, right? They'll have to beat Oklahoma twice and then potentially 3 in the championship series, which means they could have 5 more games to hit 10 homers. So let's see. Whoop. Hey, Michael, good morning. What's up? Christian, good morning. Great top 10 list yesterday. In 2018, I would have gone with Cole Tracy, game-winning field goal against Auburn. That was a great moment. So if you're wondering, the Locked On Podcast Network yesterday on the 16th, June 16th, turned 10 years old. And so they required every host in the entire network to do some type of episode commemorating 10 years of Locked On. So like top 10 players, top 10 moments. And I don't like doing lists. I've told you all that before. But this was something that was mandated across the entire company to celebrate 10 years. And it's a great milestone. So I was happy to do it. So what I did, instead of doing like a top 10 list, I said, let's go through every year over the last decade and pick up the best sports moment. The one I'm surprised more people didn't push back on was Jaden's Heisman in 23. I picked the baseball national championship in 23. Could have picked the women's basketball championship, could have picked Jaden's Heisman. I thought more people would push back on Jaden's Heisman. Hey, Jack, good morning. Nice pickup with USC reliever. Maybe one more lefty reliever out of the portal. We're done. Maybe, look, Thomas Allen, the one they're recruiting out of Tech, is a righty. I would like to add another lefty. You've got 3 with Cooper Williams, Lockenmeyer, and Plog. So you got 3. I would love another one. Another lefty. Sean, good morning. Cam gets one more year. Bailey, did you hear Pat McAfee making fun of the Pelicans? He asked Chris Paul if he would ever win anything. I think I did see that clip of Chris Paul saying that they would win. And listen, I know it sounds foolish, but I mean, the Saints were an atrocious organization for their first 4 decades. And then they got the right coach and the right quarterback, and then ultimately they won a Super Bowl. So Pelicans are poorly run. They've bungled everything, even when they've drafted transcendent players like Chris Paul, AD, and Zion. They've managed to screw it up. So I'm not telling you I'm optimistic, but I'm hopeful that it can happen. Falcon with a hat, good morning. Quick shout out to Joe's Bakery. Shout out Joe's Bakery. We sometimes RV with Scott and Joy. Good morning. Good morning, Scott and Joy. RSP, good morning. DJ, what up, man? Good morning. Chris, Tyron's podcast with Kiffin dropped this morning. Good stuff. Yeah, I need to go check it out. We'll definitely listen to it and talk about it on AFR today based on what they said. I'll be curious to hear how that goes. It's interesting. Lane is just not interested in doing local media. I think from his perspective, he looks at local media as no matter what he says, it's not going to change opinions locally. They'll love him if he wins, they hate him if he loses. So I think from his perspective, being such a well-known person nationally, right? I think from Lane's perspective, he looks at it like, how can he help craft narratives outside of his home base? And so that's why he does more national stuff. Just a guess. I know it's not on topic, but what do you think of the Savannah Bananas' entertainment value? Yeah, and by the way, everything is always on topic. I just throw out the things that are the headliners as we start, and we talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. So always feel free to throw about anything. Savannah Bananas, yeah, I think they're great. I think they're super entertaining, moves fast. Like they are undeniable when they are selling out football stadiums, putting 100,000 people in a football stadium to watch baseball. Like, yes, they are crushing it, and good for them. Like, there is enough proof of concept there. Yes. Hey, Jack, good morning. Dale, LSU continues to recruit at elite level. Future is indeed bright. So Trey Segarra committed yesterday, 4-star running back, 5'10", 210 pounds. And he is he's a top 150 player in the country. That's one of those guys that's a high 4-star, I think the number 7 running back in the country. So as to say, he's not someone who's coming to college with the idea of sitting and waiting his turn and not having an NIL deal. So my point is, they like him a lot, clearly, and enough to assume he's going to play as a freshman. So I think that also is a very clear indicator that as you look to 2027, all those transfers they brought in this year, they are not confident those guys will be here and be contributors. That's why they're going, because they're still looking at Trey Martin too, from Winsboro, Franklin Parish. So they want to add 3 high school backs in this high school cycle. You're not going to carry 9 running backs in 2027. So you're going to have an exodus of those guys that transferred in this year. Hey, Pete, good morning. Long-time listener, first time commenting. Good morning. Appreciate it, Pete. Thanks for being there, man. Jacob, Adam, good morning. Have a wonderful day. Picking the North Carolina Tar Heels to win the College World Series. I'm here for it. You know my stance. I do not cheer for the SEC, so I want what's best for LSU. And Georgia or Oklahoma winning the College World Series is not what's best for LSU. Georgia hasn't won one since 90. Has Oklahoma ever won the College World Series? (1951) and 1994. So they have won it, but it's been a minute. I'm not here for Oklahoma winning a championship. Chuck, what up, man? Good morning. Club, good morning. Let's see. Thomas, good morning. Day 6, let's go. Michael, good morning. Kiffin said before he doesn't like playing a marquee week 1 game. Will LSU stop playing these in the near future? Seems dumb to voluntarily play a more difficult schedule. Yeah, I agree with you. My hope is that, as I've said many, many, many times, my hope is that, that we get to a point where everybody plays 12 games that everybody wants to see. But in the meantime, if you're going to have inequity in scheduling, then there's no sense in making it more difficult. Because you're not going to be rewarded for playing the tough game. So Lane's right in that respect. Now, you said, when are they going to stop playing those anytime soon? So remember, next year, LSU opens in Houston against Houston, and Houston now being in the Big 12, that does satisfy your Power 4 mandate, which may go away. In 2028, they're playing SMU in Baton Rouge, and that also satisfies your Power 4 mandate. 2029, they're going to play SMU at Jerry World. Now, Arizona State is also on the schedule for 2029 and 2030, but Verge has been on the record on my show saying that that's not going to happen. So, and then they've got Utah home and away in 2031 and 2032. So we'll see if they actually play that one as well. Hey, Brad, good morning. I was surprised you didn't pick Jaden winning the Heisman. There it is. Yeah, no doubt. So Jaden was amazing, and it was to win the Heisman Trophy on a 3-loss team illustrates how incredible that year was. Even we talk individually about the game he had against Florida, but boy, that baseball run and to win it was something else. And maybe because Burrow had just won the Heisman 4 years prior, and it had been since 2009 for baseball. It'd been a long drought. Maybe that's kind of why I lean that way. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Dad, good morning. Yep, you need a title attorney. See my dad at home title. Hey, Jeremy, good morning. Trivia, what up, man? Good morning. Jerry, good to see you, man. Good morning, good morning. Gunner, curious to see how Cooper Williams develops in the offseason. Very much see him being an X factor on next year's team. Gunner, what's interesting is I can tell you, and I did mention this throughout the season, that they were really hoping that that Williams would emerge and maybe be a left-handed option in the rotation. And it just didn't really materialize. It's going to be really challenging next year with everybody coming back. But among your left-handers, he and Lockenmeyer are probably, well, and Jay really likes Plog as well. So you got some good options to sort of grow and develop there. Let's see. All right, hang on one second.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish Built. Parish Built. Parish Built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right. Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, if you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. All the subspecialists, locations all over Greater Baton Rouge, including Tangipahoa Parish. Say it real fast so you don't know if you're saying Tangipahoa or Tangipahoa. Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, deadline to register for the Fortified Roofing Grant is on the 19th. I think it's Friday. Yeah, today's going to be Friday. So if you're interested in more info, here you go. I'll share the Parish link. All you got to do is click the bar at the top of the page. It'll take you right to the LDI website where you can register for a grant of up to $10,000 to have a fortified roof installed at your home. ParishBuilt.com. Hey, John, would Jordy and you consider doing once a week game review, preview, post-game show, Yellow Dynamic, the best in my opinion? Appreciate that, man. Love Jordy. Loved working with Jordy for a lot of years. We're obviously still great friends and have been for a lot of years. I'm always down. Sometimes like contractual stuff and like me being a guarantee and all might impede that, right? Because I work for someone else. Like I work for a guarantee. So that's complicated. I would never say never. But just contractually, some stuff like that could be complicated. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Kelly, good morning. Brian, good morning. Again, want to endorse Brock. Service and care was first class. Took very good care of my wife. Awesome, Brian. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you saying that. Glad your wife came through her procedure okay. Hope everything's awesome and she's on the road to recovery. So thanks for shouting out Brock, man. They really are great people. When I had my knee surgery, I had it at Brock. My mom had her hip replacement at Brock. I told you, mother-in-law, Erica's mom, Mimi, was at Brock yesterday. Dr. Etheridge, shout out to Dr. Etheridge, looking at her hip. So great people over there, man. If you need an orthopedic, when Drew had a hairline fracture in his shoulder, went to Brock, saw Brad Collada, who I've known Brad, forever, went to Catholic, was a year older than me. Catholic was my brother's grade. So they're the best, man. Go to Brock. Hey, Brian Broom, good morning. David, what is a big announcement you teased on AFR recently? Brian, literally when I sat down and I was just maybe Friday with Terrio, and I'm really excited about it. It's not one of those things where it's like, Oh, you made a big deal out of it. As much ado about nothing. I'm really excited about it. I think we're going to get to announce it on Friday on AFR, hopefully. If not, it'll be next week, for sure next week. Could see West Virginia winning the CWS. I think at this point it's about pitching. I don't know. I think North Carolina is going to beat West Virginia. West Virginia is just a different type of squad because of their aggressiveness. They'll swing at the first pitch. They'll steal bases. They'll bunt. They'll hit and run. It's just they're a different type of squad, right? So they can be pesky if you're not used to playing against that. They're a good team, man, no doubt. Hey, Jerry, happy to see Texas eliminated. Still have that 2 championship wins lead. Yeah, I'm more at this point, Jerry. I care less about that and more about making sure that the 97 LSU team's home run record stands. So I need Georgia to either be eliminated or to just cool it with the bats. You know, winning 2-0 last night and not hitting a homer was a good deal. Hey, Lynn. Dustin, good morning. Chuck, cheering for other SEC teams because they're in the conference is like Batman cheering for the Joker because he's from Gotham. I like the analogy. Hey, Brian. Seems like we're getting national respect for next season being ranked above playoff teams in the SEC. I think that is obviously a huge hat tip to Lane Kiffin, where he is getting the benefit of the doubt, even in spite of what clearly may be some roster flaws. I mean, it is difficult to make I've told y'all, like, it's very difficult to try to make an accurate projection on LSU, given I haven't seen Sam Levitt. Now, hope he's good and stays healthy and all that stuff. But it's a real hat tip to Kiffin and Charlie Weiss, given those and Blake Baker by extension. Hey, Robert, good morning. I think Wes Johnson has less pressure on him at Georgia than Schlossnagle has at Texas. How do you think the boosters feel about this 1-2 record of the CWS for Texas? I think as much as Texas may say they care about baseball, football is so far and away their priority. I think they care about baseball not nearly as much as they do Sark in Texas. I mean, look, there was talk about Sark getting run out of Texas this past year. So now how much of that was legitimate, I don't know, but I think all of it's rooted in some reality. So it's hard to win in Omaha, man. Bobby, Thomas, good morning. William, good morning. Head to my last chemo session. Get your colonoscopy, guys. Love that. William, yesterday I was actually I went to see Dr. Oob at gastroenterology and got my colonoscopy scheduled. So I had my annual with Dr. Chastain a couple of weeks ago. And while I'll be 44 in July here in a few weeks, and the recommendation is 45 for colonoscopy, we just decided just go get it done. Like, just put everybody's mind at ease, go get it done. So, but yes, good luck to you, William. Prayers on the road to recovery. And thank you for the reminder. Yes, guys, go to the doctor, get your colonoscopy, take care of yourself. Don't be scared of what it might find. The worst thing you can do is be reactive instead of proactive, because in many instances, when you become symptomatic, how am I trying to say this? You're in far worse shape than if you were proactive and found something early and nipped it in the bud. So yes, get your colonoscopy. Couple more here. Michael Rogers, can't wait AFR in Lafayette. Hey, man, I will actually be in Lafayette today briefly. I'm popping over. I'm dropping off Drew and then driving straight to Lafayette to go meet with our affiliate there, Delta Media. They wanted Johnette, the GM over there, asked me, who's a great friend. I've known Johnette forever. She worked with us at Guarantee and then went to Richmond and then I think Indianapolis and now is the GM at Delta Media in Lafayette. She asked me to come over and kind of help maybe just do a presentation on social media, all the stuff we do at Guarantee with ESPN. So I'll be in Lafayette, but then popping back to do my show in studio today. But I would love to do AFR in Lafayette soon. So I'll talk to John Etwell on there today. Manny, wind blowing in last night. Georgia with 0 home runs. Love that. Ring the bell, William. My wife and I both have. Continue to get well. Well said, Jerry. Well said, man. Love that. Leon, good morning. Carrie, good morning. Patrick, good topics today. Cam coming back gives the Saints fans one more year of grown man pass rush and locker room leadership. Agree on both accounts. I hope Cam has another productive season this year. It's pretty clear last year was an outlier, but man, would love to see him stay healthy and go out with a winner. Chuck, shout out to our July birthdays. We got a lot of them, man. You know that. Chuck's a July birthday. We actually start our crazy summer birthday string on Saturday. So brother-in-law James is June 20th. My niece Reese is June 25th. Nephew Eli is July 4th. I'm July 8th. My niece Maria is July 13th. Drew is July 18th. My sister is July 19th. My niece Olivia is July 29th, and Eric is July 30th. July is an expensive month. A couple more here. Hey, we got to go. Rocky, good morning. David, good morning. And Leon driving to Dallas after spending a week in NOLA. Will honk on my way through Baton Rouge. Awesome, Leon. Appreciate it, man. All right, let's get out of here. Y'all have a great day. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the page, share the post. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe on your favorite YouTube app. We appreciate y'all as always. All our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube, and I'll get them on podcasts as well. Y'all have a great day. Locked on LSU is live. AFR 3. Peace.